Hello, my name is Raymond Garchewski, and this is coming to you from my home here in Cave Junction, Oregon. Tonight I should like to speak to you of a matter of national importance. It is time for a peaceful revolution, for our government has gotten out of hand. And it is time that we, the people, the author, the creators of government, change that. Presently, the Oregon State DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and every other DMV in the country is engaging in commercial fraud against we, the people. On September the 8th, 2014, while Americans are waiting for some false flag event to touch off martial law in America, in the approach of 9/11, the Oregon State Department of Motor Vehicles has been busily continuing the multi-billion-dollar driver licensing scam that DMVs throughout the country have employed while bilking unaware American travelers. No government fictional agency created by the people through collective thought has jurisdiction over any living, breathing, flesh and blood, sentient natural man who lives by natural law, God's law, that being the law of do no harm, and which has not consented to citizenship, to the private, corporate, federal government, and subsidiary state corporate governments, along with their corporate rules, regulations, legislative policies, which are called law, but are not law. As I have said, my name is Raymond Ronald Garchewski. In the last decade, since September the 5th, 2002, I have proven that no fictional government has power, authority, and or jurisdiction over any living, breathing, flesh and blood, sentient natural man of the sovereign people who live by God's law, do no harm, unless such man has given his consent to it. Satan operates by invitation, seduction, temptation, but then again, so does government. In the year 1999, I, an honorably retired police sergeant from Pacifica, California Police Department, retired here in Southern Oregon, changed my status from that of a 14th Amendment citizen and removed myself from the status of citizen, which is considered a ward of the state, an infant in the eyes of the law, and thus restored myself to full legal capacity. I further rescinded my Oregon driver license, which, until that time, had never been suspended. In the year 2002, on the 5th of September, I was arrested for a high beam violation and no license. I spent 128 days confined to the Josephine County Jail, awaiting 2 trials 121 days in solitary confinement, and 7 days in general population. You see, they separated me. They did not want me mingling with the other inmates. What was my crime? Attempting to hold my public officials and police accountable for their crimes and misconduct through the UCC lien process, the Uniform Commercial Code. 2 jail hunger strikes amounting to 55 days, leaving me near death, and my refusal to accept the sentencing of the 2 bogus convictions, which threatened me with 35 years in prison, caused the Josephine County Sheriff's Office and its undersheriff to throw me out of jail and dump me off at the curb of the local emergency room of the hospital, telling me that I was on my own when it came to paying for any medical bills due to my near-death condition. Since that time, I have continued to travel in my private conveyances, and I do the same things for which I was previously jailed. However, they now refuse to arrest me, to take me before a judge. For every judge in Josephine County, and one brought in from Jackson County because they ran out of judges, along with every other policy-making public official in the state of Oregon, have refused to answer the questions of jurisdiction, which has left them in commercial dishonor, in default, in breach of their own public oath of office, and left them liable for multiple commercial defaults and damages against this living man, approximating some $80 million. However, they continue to steal my cars and motorcycle at every opportunity through the impound process. It is time for a revolution, a peaceful revolution. I have shown all how it may be done. You see, the courts, the lawyers, the judges, the cops, they can stonewall one man, but they cannot stem the rising tide of a nation of sovereign people who have come to their senses, who are sick and tired of being beaten and killed at the hands of corporate enforcers who call themselves police. You may read the latest event that I have shared with all, entitled Oregon DMV Engaged in Commercial Fraud, at www.arkenterprises.com/DMV fraud.html. If you don't see the truth, that fictional government has no power over living men and women, well then you deserve what you get in accepting the chains of your own enslavement. Thank you for your time.